What's up, ATG fam? We are getting to West Hollywood Park, where we're going to work with Miriam, who's a new ATG member who's had some serious knee stuff. So we're really going to be looking at regressions and putting together a plan for her to get back full bend and full extension in her knee. And she has a really unique story. She's an amazing athlete herself, and she has a great purpose in life now. So I'm going to try to get her story as well and share that with you. ATG fam, we're getting ready. Look, we're gonna wear masks when we're around people. I don't know how good I'll be able to talk, how good you'll be able to hear me. I'm gonna do my absolute best, okay? Onyx is here. So look, we're doing what we do. We're getting solutions. We're helping knees. We're gonna do our absolute best to share. But again, because of the mask situation, I just can't guarantee how good the audio is. So definitely watch along. Thanks for being here, but I want you to know that. Heading to get this work in. Hello there.
Hi guys.
15-minute backward walk. We'll start right now.
So I've had 4 surgeries.
Okay.
Left knee's been ACL.
Just keep up with me.
Keep
Yep.
up.
Keep walking back. It doesn't have to be fast. Just keep up with me. Go ahead.
And that was cadaver, and I had been able to fight after that, about 10 months after the surgery, and came back to a world title fight. Right knee's been patella tendon autograft, ACL.
Okay.
2 meniscus surgeries.
Okay.
Kind of a shave and a haircut. And then I had three rounds of stem cells. I also had systemic stem cells. Is that how when they give it to you in the IV?
Yeah. Well, mine couldn't be more natural. I don't even take protein shakes. Okay. So everything we're gonna do is natural. Now,
I like that better.
Every workout, we're warming up backwards. There's a lot of ways to do this. You can go backwards up the hill.
Okay.
You can go on a treadmill that's not turned on.
Okay.
But even just 15 minutes walking backwards works.
Okay.
Because we can gradually turn that into a jog, into a run. The concept is really simple. We want to get you better than your competitors at going backwards. Because every step you take backwards, you keep going.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Look what happens when you step backward. Your knee's over your toe. You're actually getting stronger to some degree with your knee over toe with every step. So for you, I want you to keep your mental intention on the side that has the most issues for right now. I don't want you accelerating in a way that increases pain level, but the point is, as you can push harder and faster without pain, do it. As you get warmer and as you're able to, you can simply like go a little bit faster, but not in a way like, let's say you increased and it like hurt more, that you wouldn't want. You see what I'm saying? Like, you want to work within the level of strength that you have and go backwards. This is just the warm-up, and it's the most common sense warm-up for knees, is just get stronger backwards. Now, I've dragged sleds and used, like I said, treadmills not turned on, because basically with every step, you're getting stronger in the muscles that protect your knee. Let's say you had 2 athletes, right? And let's say one of them was stronger backwards than the other one. Who would have the more protected knee? The guy who's stronger backwards is more protected forwards. For you as a fighter, there's different options. If we're doing it like this with no equipment, I want you to get where you feel like you can just run like a gazelle for 15 minutes straight backwards.
Okay.
If all you did was walk backwards for 15 minutes,
Okay.
you would have done something.
Okay.
But everything we're thinking of is not having 50 tools in the box. It's like finding the very limited number of tools that you need to get better than your competitor without working through pain in the process. So I've done over 100 miles of backwards in the last few years. So everything I do, it's finding the right tool, and then now let's do 10,000 of them. Let's do 100 miles of it. So that's what we're doing today, is we're finding your toolbox that you need for the rest of your career. And it's a really key that you don't work through pain, but that you do keep trying to build upon the gains you made. Target number 1 for you is that you feel like you can go for 15 minutes straight like a freaking robot, like Terminator backwards. So that's a target that, I don't know, will it take 10 miles of volume to get there, or 20 miles? And things to look out for, you want to make sure you're not just favoring one side, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you want to feel it, you want to embrace it, and you want to feel those quads working. Now, one of the problems with traditional rehab when you're doing like quad extensions and stuff is that you're not pushing through your foot, so it doesn't engage those muscles.
Everything.
So just because you build your quads, we need to build that lower quad by the knee, and we need to build that muscle under the knee. So without realizing it, every step, you're building the lower quad, and then when you extend, you're building the tibialis.
Right there.
We just need you to be stronger here than your competition. So you can see what's interesting is that your cardio, your strength, it's amazing what you can build just if you could run backwards for 15 minutes straight. As a fighter, I'd say that's target number one as a fighter.
I think as a, not just a fighter, well, definitely as a fighter, it's important to be able to, it's important to be able to fight backwards. Because you have to be able to change directions.
Right, it's even skill, like there's a degree
practical
of skill.
skills.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then also, as an athlete, you have to be able to travel in multi-directional.
Exactly.
You have to.
It's proven to help with agility, because often agility is not often agility is those like knee positions right there.
Right.
So what's funny is that by getting stronger backwards, you actually just got stronger at agility. Let's keep going. They did a study with 13 to 15-year-old kids, and they had two groups. One group sprinted forwards, the other group sprinted backwards. At the end of the 8 weeks, the backwards group got faster at running forwards than the forwards group. That doesn't mean that forwards is bad. It means that we're already doing so much acceleration work that by getting stronger backwards, it just balanced up the muscles. So now they could hit like greater positions, you know. And their vertical jump, for every inch the forward group gained, they gained 4 inches of vertical, because when you jump, you can see I'm not even warmed up, I'm just doing what we're doing. But when your knees can't hurt, when you're strong there, you can push into the ground. Anyways, interesting study with 13 to 15-year-old kids that they got so much out of just sprinting backwards. Even for elderly people, just the walking, not speeding up, just the walking for elderly, doctors determined that alone is an effective screening process for falling. So elderly, we think in terms of cancer and heart disease, which are major issues, but falling results in more ER visits and more deaths per year in elderly. Falling is a big deal. They lose
quality of life.
They lose the strength. They can't fall. So they tested them on backward walking, and they found that's an effective screening process alone. Just being able to walk backwards better reduces your chances of falling. So for you, walking's good, but if you want to be world champion again without knee pain, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to build where you can really put in, push into it. The trick is working your way there honestly, and not just pushing through pain right off the bat. You see what I mean? So the worst thing you could do would be to start actually trying to go through exactly. What we're doing,
that's a setback.
We want to get 1% stronger, so then there is 1% less trauma inside. So maybe so when people look at,
You're almost at 10 minutes.
I'm good.
okay, what are you feeling?
No, it was just the trauma, and I was like thinking about the trauma that happened in the knee and everything I've been through since the injury. And
Let's focus on some things to be grateful. You've been world champ, right?
Yep.
I was on an operating table by that time I was 18. I didn't get a college scholarship. I ended up getting a D1 scholarship at age 23, and it was crazy, babe. Wasn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Here I was, this guy who didn't get. Guess what? I was too old to even accept it.
Yeah.
So my point is just when you're having those times, and this couldn't be more boring. You know what I mean? It couldn't be more boring. But when you're going through the process in those times when it's very annoying, just think about the things. Trust me, I promise you, there's 1,000 people sitting at home wishing they had been world champ. You know what I mean? You have a different route, and now everything you gain, you're going to be able to help other people, and you did get to be world champ. You look great. You know how many people wish they could go backwards like you are? I'm the knee guy. You think your knees are bad? I work with people who've had like 15 surgeries, and like they wish they could just do what you're doing right now. You're going to be fine.
Okay.
And you're going to kick some ass. No pun intended. Look, every step you're putting energy into your kick. This couldn't be more boring, but this is the foundation.
Okay.
But we have to put the energy in the right directions, and we may have to cut out, like, I'm gonna have to know the other things you're doing in your training, just, you know what I mean, so that we're like, so the energies are going the right area. Babe, you're a legend. You've got Onyx asleep.
Oh, you're gonna do it?
Look at this. She's filming. She's got Onyx asleep. You keep going. I'll catch up. Look at this.
Our little chunk.
This is what I call legendary mama right there. So my point is that was the first thing that I really figured out as the bedrock, is that if I can go backwards stronger, faster, with less pain than the guy I'm playing against, then my knee's gonna have less trauma. Don't even run, just use your arms, because it'll make you go, like just walk, but use your arms, and it'll make you go a little bit faster. And if that feels good, then reach. Just think to reach. You don't have to think faster, like reach behind you farther. Yeah.
10 seconds.
Good job, good job. We'll leave it at that, that's good. So not only is this muscle kind of like your first line of defense for the patellar side, we also lose a lot of strength when we've had knee stuff go on. Even if it's just, oh, take a couple weeks off, we lose strength and lose strength and lose strength. We're gonna do 50, because in your case, I think a beginner could start at 25. Even if it ends up very regressed, we need like a ton of blood flow for you. I would stand maybe like 1.5 feet from the wall, but your knees are not gonna bend. This is all about patellar. Just put your butt against the wall only. Now put your hands here just to kind of assist in keeping the quad straight. And now just flex that muscle up and hold it a second and then go down. Good. And you're gonna follow my pace. I'm gonna look at your feet, you're gonna look at mine. You're gonna visualize it, good. So our thing is strengthening there. So by nature, this is the closest muscle to that patellar side. And we actually started warming this up because like I said, when you're walking backwards, you don't realize it, but you're actually using this muscle. So every time you're digging, what we want, it's a win if we can get a burn through here without excessive knee pain. So you want to tell, you have a burn? You got a burn? Good. Without excessive knee pain, burn here, right? That's exactly what we want.
Well, this one always kind of hurts.
Okay. So in your mind, think with that right one. Because your left will do it on its own. Think with the right. Good. Good. And all you think about is the right one. The left will work on its own. When you have one side that's behind, just keep all your mental intention on the weaker side. And again, so now that burn's going to get like one of the worst burns you've had in your life, okay? So that's the perfect time to be grateful that that you have legs.
It's a burn.
Feeling it? Mm-hmm. Good. Those things should be, but like this is our bicep to protect our knee. It's not the only muscle, but it's like, it's right there below the knee. The stronger we get this, the less impact goes into the knee in the first place. You're gonna wanna do 10,000 of these. Now that's not as bad as it sounds. You have 50 weeks in a year. So if you even do 200 of them a week, there you go, it's 10,000 in a year. So this is healing and protecting at the same time. And this will be key to being able to get the full extension, right? Because there's the extension and there's the flexion. This will be key for the extension side.
This is hilarious. This is his butt sweat. You can edit this out.
I don't think that's my butt sweat. I think it's my butt pressing against the thing.
the butt. That's what I meant.
I don't think that's my butt sweat.
No, it's not your butt sweat. It's the butt
But thanks
on the
for that,
dirt.
though.
Butt juices.
On the
We'll
dirt.
definitely, we'll put like a survey question. Is this actually butt sweat?
But that's your butt right there, honey. That's cute.
I'm gonna do a little update here. A little chunk update. Mama's doing a great job. She's got Chunk asleep, and she's telling us to get our 50 reps in. So we're gonna go, I go, you go.
Okay.
I'm gonna show what we're working towards, and I'm gonna show you how to regress this, that I promise you can get into it, because this can regress to any level. So end goal, I'll start on my side. This one has a few surgical alterations, so I want you to start on the side that had the most. End goal is that we get that hamstring to fully cover the calf. So you're up on your heel there, so we get that full coverage. The back knee's not touching, chest is up. So we're gonna do 5 sets of 5 each. But I'm gonna do my set, you're gonna do yours. We'll do our full 5 sets of 5. I'm gonna do all mine on the ground, but I'm gonna show you how to regress your sets.
Yeah, loose hip flexors.
Yep.
I don't.
So I would say to start up here, like this would be harder, and then this would be the hardest. So you're gonna start elevated. So notice it's like less weight on the front leg. Use as much as you need in your upper body, and just go whatever far down you can. And you're just gonna do 5 of them. And you're gonna try to keep your chest up, and you're gonna try to cover as much as you can. But go ahead and use as much as you can right there, and you're just gonna do 5.
My butt doesn't go to my heel.
That's okay, this is how you get there. So they said, based on the stuff that's in here, I have like partially artificial kneecap. They said this would never happen. And now it feels like home. That's it. That's good. Good, good. That's good, that's good. Now let that heel come up. Yep, good, good. And then I want you to keep your chest up. That's it right there. And then back up. And I think that's a good one. I think that's smart, is what you're doing. Go like this. But keep that chest up. Good, that's good. Good, one more. Chest up, chest up. Good, break, good, break. So this is how you get that range of motion back, is by gradually giving it. So now you're getting stronger there, but you're also allowing internal changes to happen. So it's a strength and flexibility. If you never get strong here, your body will stay tight. So what I found is I was never able to get, like, this isn't from stretching. Like, people, when they see me do this, like, mine doesn't bend that far. How do I get there? You're looking at 10,000 of these. Good, good. And you're just gonna do 5. Yep, just like that. Perfect, perfect. So now you can use this one as a comparison, and then you'll be able to tell, yep, exactly like that. Let it smooth it. There you go, perfect. Exactly. You're just trying to completely cover that calf. Covering the calf. You feel the hip flexor stretching? That's really good. That's really good for that right knee too. Good. 1 set down, 4 to go. Some other tips is when you're doing this, think like, you don't have to think like you're on a tightrope. You can think like you're on, like, standing on train tracks like that. Okay. So you're gonna do the 5 sets of 5, and you're gonna do this 3 days a week. Take your time. Yep, put that right one. That's good. That's good. Back up. Yep. Good. Try to keep the torso perfectly vertical. Good. So you're gonna let those left hip flexors stretch out. You're gonna let that right knee. Good, and then push. Good. So progressions for you would be from not having to use the right hand. I think that's almost 5 right there. I think this must be 5. Whoa, good, good, good. That one was super good. Also, when I started doing these, then it would be like so loud I'd have to turn the music up. So if you do hear any noise, just know that whatever it is, it will get less. It will get better. That's it. Perfect. Good. And then ready, and then keep that chest up out of the bottom. Exactly, exactly. Because that way the leg is doing the work. Because when you push out, if the chest goes forward, that means the leg didn't like lift the body. Very good.
This is so tight right here.
Yeah.
You gotta roll it out.
No, you don't have to roll it. Don't have to roll it. You're doing it right here. So this is actually strengthening your hip flexors because it's supporting weight. So if the hip flexor never gets stretched under load, it tends to stay weak and tight. So this is amazing to get your hip flexors stronger. It's end range strengthening on the hip flexor. So this is like a bonus side effect. And your range of motion is actually not that bad.
I used to be flexible.
Good one, good one. And then the number one thing to focus on is keep your chest up when you push back. Right there, yes, good, good, good. And I think your last couple sets, you might be able to throw your right hand from the knee to the hip. So use that now, push it forward. There you go, good. That was a good one, I think that was 5. Okay. Push it, yes. Very good one. Yeah, I mean, if you're in a zone, you don't have to take a break, but I want you to keep that chest when you push back. Exactly. So you see right there, if the chest goes forward, then the leg didn't actually do the work. Exactly. So right there, when you push out, boom, keep that chest up. And you can hold your breath and then explode. Ready? Hold it. Good. Good one. So think about that. Like when you go down each time, so like when you like use that breath out when you push out. It can really help to kind of bust through the plateau. And if it feels up for it, take your hand from here and use it here. Yeah, exactly. To push. That was good. That's good range. Yes, that's really good. Good. Let the heel come up 1/2 inch more. Yeah, not a ton more. That's really good. Last one. Good job. Good. That's it, break. And then rather than like rushing into weights on this, the idea is to get lower. So I'm trying to like own these positions. So I can like flex the back glute, flex the front tibia, you know what I mean? Like I'd rather you own this 5 sets of 5 body weight flat ground. I think that's already gonna be enough for fighting. Maybe if you were someone who was naturally a weaker, so like there's a difference between getting healthy and then trying to get to world-class performance. For someone who already has world-class performance and just needs to be healthy, I think the flat ground is enough. Now let's say you had an athlete who naturally is like a weak kicker or something, yeah, they might want to then work to weight. But the first step, all you're thinking about is I want to be able to go 15 minutes, I want to be able to do 50 in a row, and I want to do 5 sets of 5 flat ground with my hands here without, you know what I mean? Yeah, flat ground with hands here so that it's all legs. Beautiful range, good. Chest up, yes, look at that, good, stay in the zone, stay in the zone. Yes, good. One more. Good, break. Okay, so keep in mind, I went like a good 10 years of my life and never let my knees over my toes, you know what I mean? So of course this seems different at first, but studies really only show that the better your knee can go over your toe, the better it can bend, the more protected the knee is. And when it comes to these scar tissue things, there doesn't seem to be any evidence that avoiding this, that you'll ever get it back. I think within about 2 weeks, you'll notice that it's more stable, and that when you get warmed up to fight, that you feel like that old flash is coming back. Your form looks perfect. You could be a textbook right now for form. One more. One more. Yep. Explode. Good, good. Break. Good. But the better you do this, the better this will start to feel. But you don't need to train this. You need to train this one side at a time. Yep. Yep, you're killing it. Done. Survived. I'm putting her on the spot, but one of the things that drew me to wanting to work with her is that, like me, she thinks there's more important things than fitness.
Yeah.
I'd love for you to tell your story and where we can find out more about that, and how can we help, and how can we help you make a change.
Back when I was active fighting and winning all these world titles, it didn't make me happy. It actually made me more miserable. And only after I got my knee blown out and I was injured for a while, found Rocksteady Boxing, which is teaching seniors boxing with Parkinson's disease, and that really changed something in me fundamentally, and gave me a sense of purpose, and like I belong here on this earth. So fast forward a couple years later, and again, like as you guys all know, well, if you know me, who I am, I've been trying to make a comeback for 7 years. Over the last, I'd say 5 months now, I found information about child sex trafficking. And I'd heard of it. We all know sex trafficking happens, but it was kind of a background noise for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I stumbled across some things online and really went down a rabbit hole about it, saw some extremely disturbing pictures, like horrific. And now that's what I want to do. I want to raise awareness about child sex trafficking, and
Amazing.
I want to be a human rights advocate, and I'd like to go and teach martial arts to people and children who have been sex trafficked and help them with their recovery process. I'd really like to change.
They need that.
Yeah, and I hope to change the laws around, or figure out how to change laws around and get some support around changing the penalties for pedophilic offenses.
Yep. Well, look, ATG fam, follow her, and you're gonna keep us posted on what we can do about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for
you.
joining me on this super unorthodox route where I made you look like an idiot in public, but you did amazing.
I tried everything, so I'm ready to do this next.
Awesome. And thanks, baby.
You're welcome.
Onyx started waking up, so we had to switch around here, but Onyx did so good. Let us get this work in. Love you, baby. Thank you.
Thanks.